Ladies and gentlemen, the Julesworks Follies present an original sketch. They've been working on it, maybe a recurring sketch, depending on how it goes over.
I think it'll be the last. And Christine,
It could be
the lovely Christine McKenzie is giving you your raffle ticket you should have got.
Ah, the raffle tickets cometh.
What do we win?
Well, among other things, Trent Zelazny's short story book, which is quite good.
Did you get Jamie's stuff?
Did I get Jamie's stuff?
Jamie's stuff was over here. He stepped out.
Where's Jamie?
He
Is he
stepped
gone?
out to the back.
Oh, but he has his
Yeah,
stuff. He's got stuff.
Obama not here.
Yeah, we've got cool stuff.
And then you and Amy there.
We know cool people. None of them are on stage, but we know cool people. Now,
There's one more chair. Okay.
there's some debate among the troupe whether this skit should be called Democracy Later, Democracy Maybe,
No.
Fascism Tonight. So if you have an opinion after the show, because this is a work in progress and may be a recurring skit, be sure and let Jules know.
We still need one.
We still need one. Yes, no?
We do need one more chair, however, we've sort of figured out.
One more chair.
I don't think we have another one.
I don't think one more chair is going to fit on the stage.
No. She can just, the UN can sit down there.
And then you
then he can
were
do it.
see.
Okay.
The show's on, Amy.
From Pacifica, this is Democracy Later. Today's topic is the ongoing conflict in Gaza. We'll be speaking with President Obama, with Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu, or Bibi as he's known in Congress. Also joining us is our dear Sharkita from the United Nations and Hamas leader known as Ahmed Ahmed.
Ahmed. Yeah, say it correctly, please.
Okay, Ahmed.
Ahmed. You don't go straight right.
Ahmed.
Go on, look. Infidel. Go on.
All right, Ahmed, thanks for correcting me. We'll return to our subject, but first the news. As everybody knows, there's a record number of deaths from Ebola in Africa. Meanwhile, in the United States, we have the cure, but we're not going to share it. Elsewhere, in Ferguson, Missouri, militarized police are exercising their Second Amendment rights on peaceful protesters after an unarmed teen was shot 6 times for being rude to a store clerk. So make sure you're not rude to any store clerk. Those are some of the headlines today. We now turn to the situation in Gaza. Thank you all for joining me.
You forgot to introduce me.
I forgot to introduce my co-host,
Sí.
who is Juan Rubin
Sí.
from Cuba.
Sí.
And I'm Amy Rudman, by the way.
Sí.
So, welcome again, everybody, and Prime Minister. Or should I call you Bibi? I'll start with you. Can you remind our listeners how these wars started?
Amy, if I may interject for a second. Let's not exaggerate. This is not a war. As Bibi here can tell you, it's referred to as self-defense.
Alto, Senor Presidente! Let Bibi answer.
Yes, as you may remember, 3 Israeli boys were murdered by Hamas, leaving Israel no choice but to retaliate. Sometimes you have to break a few eggs, like hospitals and schools, to make a terrorist omelet. And that is one type of omelet I personally do not want to eat, Amy.
More than 2,000 civilians have been killed. How can you say it's an omelet?
Ay, Dios mío!
Amy, we're on a war with an enemy that is inhuman. People call it genocide, but that is simply because they are anti-Semitic and like to use big words.
But I'm also Jewish. And the other day, Noam Chomsky, who is Jewish, called the situation in Gaza an atrocity and genocide.
His name is pronounced Norm.
Sí.
Stop interrupting.
It's Ahmed, and you infidel.
Whatever. But back to your comment, Amy. It only proves my point that you and Chomsky are big word-using self-haters. Obama here is often accused of being black, even though he's from Hawaii and the whitest black dude I know.
No!
Now, Bibi, no reason to get into that. I'm a beautiful mix, as Sharkita here can tell you. The world knows that Israel needs to defend itself. And we're behind Israelis, because that's where we're safest from the rocks.
Sharkita?
The UN came out strongly against the offensive, especially after Israeli forces started bombing dense civilian areas. But more importantly, this is the first time I've been on radio or TV, so I just want to know how I look.
Mamacita sabrosa.
We're getting off the subject here, okay? No, Ahmed.
It's Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Ahmed,
Sí.
what do you think about what's going on in the strip?
Again, it's Ahmed. Say it right, please. And it's not a strip or a decadent Western stripper. It's the Gaza Strip. It's our land. Native Americans understand. They send me lots of tweets and likes and thumbs ups.
Sí.
Do you agree with how the whole situation started?
You
How
said-
these people are lying about it?
Since 1948, they use any excuse to killing us. My father told us what Golda Meir said. The Palestinians aren't people.
My ear! My ear! My ear!
We will not get into that, since people obviously like to forget the past. What is the United Nations going to do to help the homeless and the survivors, Sharkita?
Well, we're going to try to feed the survivors and give them shelter, like the Rolling Stones said. Or we'll just let Iran help.
What is Iran?
Let the lady finish, Amy. You are quite the interrupter.
Thank you, Mr. President. How does my lipstick look on me? It's a new shade. Is my hair all right?
You've got great taste. You're as stunning as the latest attack on the Palestinian people. And as fine as the Iron Dome we just gave Israel. On my next trip to Europe, I'll come visit you for a while.
Is this some show where powerful men pick up on young women? Let's get back to the issues.
Sí.
Yes, thank you, Ahmed.
Ahmed!
Ahmed.
Sí.
Rubin.
Sí.
Ahmed.
Sí.
Well, I hope I said it right. Anyway, you bring us back to my next point. President Obama, why are we giving Israel these iron domes to protect themselves when the Palestinians could use one as well?
If I may interrupt, the domes don't actually work, Amy. The Palestinians couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. They can't see anything through their terrorist masks.
Freedom fighter mask.
What do you mean the domes don't work?
Well, you don't really need to know. But domes are cute, and they create lots of jobs.
How is giving billions of money to Israel creating jobs? Why not invest this money in our schools, our economy, or in paying the water for people in Detroit
No.
who are going thirsty?
No.
¿Por qué no? Oh,
¿Por qué no?
say it in English.
No.
See, no puede. See, no puede.
Sí.
It's your line, Obama.
Yes.
Yes, if you will make the return to the conversation, please.
I'm from Hawaii, and as I've been short on weed before, that's why I understand the sufferings of the Israeli people and their right to defend themselves.
Sure, Kitty and Amy, come and visit Israel. Let's have a three-way. You'll see what a nice place it is. Skip the Gaza Strip unless you like fireworks, in which case we have a comfortable viewing area with a dome to enjoy the show.
Don't listen to him. Come to the Gaza Strip. The place is really lit up at night.
Sí.
On that note, we come to the end of today's show. I thank you for listening and thank my guests for kindly coming to the Story of Truth.
Anytime.
No problem, Amy.
This is Amy Rubin and Juan Rubin for
Sí.
Democracy Later. Much thanks to our producers, engineers, interns, etc., etc., etc. Then you guys can
Gracias.
their new names.
Sorry, that was the first time I'd ever seen that performed from start to finish. Next up, Caitlin. 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 Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a Robert Plant tribute and 29.
29!
Do you need a microphone?
Yeah, I want a microphone.
No? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. That's quite a fabulous Robert Plant wig you have.
It's not a wig.
That's my hair. It's been a long time since I rock and roll. lonely time. Woo! 29, 29! Right? I say 29 all the time, right?
Uncle!
Been a long time since a book of love. I can't count the tears of life without no love. Carry me back, carry me back, carry me back. Baby, where I come from. Ooh, yeah. It's been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely time. Woo! Yeah. Woo! 29.
Hey, I need that microphone back. Well, I will eventually. That was awesome. Figures it would take a lady to recreate Robin's voice. Now, I believe I'm obliged to stall for time at this point due to technical considerations. This would be an especially opportune time to patronize the organic Amish popcorn with the fabulous toppings in the lobby. Or maybe a refreshing beverage from the Jean Cocteau bar. It occurred to me while I was watching the skit with Amy Goodman, or whichever name she's going by in the skit.
Amy Rudman.
Amy Rudman. I'm looking at the newspaper. Obama's given a speech, and all anybody can say is, he's wearing a tan suit.
Yeah.
It's not presidential. Really? I mean, that's your problem?
Yeah.
You can't, in public, criticize the color of his skin, so you criticize the color of his suit.
They were talking about a skit.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, Tom.
Am I still stalling? Because I got more. Okay. Tom Sibley, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but I'm going to leave it off.
Okay.
For the best.
So, yes. Have some new jokes that I've written. Which
Woo!
I write. So I
They
don't
better
think
be good.
They're horrible, but we'll see.
They gotta be your friend.
Riot police are like DJs. They keep the crowd moving.
Da-da-da.
Minorities. Smoke them if you got them. It's now legal for police to shoot you if your jokes are too dark. Police decapitate journalist in Ferguson, New Jersey. No, sorry. Missouri, God. Education, the state of education in this country. America prefers its minorities cage raised. Once the initial shock is over, the electric chair isn't so bad. After the mountain climber started drinking, she hit rock bottom. This is actually a cognitive test, it's not comedy. So everyone saw that Christian Bale had been cast as Moses, and I guess he's going to part the Red Sea with a chainsaw like he does prostitutes. You would have to see American Psycho to understand that, again, cognitive test. Chiropractors always have your back. I don't need feminism because I'm a white male corporate oppressor. It also ties into a meme that most people are probably unaware of. Helen Keller believed that children should not be heard nor seen. Helen Keller was desensitized to violence. Violent. Michael Jackson had wet dreams about being the Toys R Us giraffe. Oppenheimer was thin because he was always working on his core. Liposuction is flabortion. Scientists have discovered the cure to dyslexia, and it's illiteracy. I started a hotline for suicide bombers, but I'm horrible at Middle Eastern dialects, and it's been a complete disaster. America, love her or lease her. The mollusk was shellfish in bed. The air conditioner hissed angrily, but it was just venting. My girlfriend says sex gives her a headache, and she also wants me to stop sticking my penis in her ear. If Robin Williams had been Palestinian, no one would care. Texas fears illegal immigrants may have imported the Ebola virus. Anyway, now we're going to switch over to a little music. You fill up my senses like a bomb on a tour bus. That's not funny. If any of you laugh, you're sick fucks. Sell me eyes, sell me sweet little eyes. 'Cause there's tear gas in the air, lots of clubbing everywhere, so give me a ride. Clubbing you is easy 'cause you're shootable. If you leave me now, you'll take away the vegan part of me. She's a very kinky girl, the kind that has sex with your mother. She will never put your penis down when she grabs it with her feet. Rubber bullet, you're the one. You make all the riots fun. And I will finish as I always finish, by singing Shout by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. I'm talking to you. Come on. Well, I apologize. It's been a rough month. I haven't written a lot of good material.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your brain cells together. We need another question for the three-headed oracle. The three-headed oracle knows all. The three-headed oracle can answer any question you may have.
Tell them there's a special guest.
There is a special guest, which is being retrieved even now from the lobby. Does anyone have a question for the three-headed oracle?
I want to know if the Egyptians had a cure for Alzheimer by eating monoatomic gold.
Okay, let's let Lexi get in here, and then Lexi's first time on stage. Woo! So now with the question.
Three-headed oracle, is it true that the Egyptians had a cure for Alzheimer's by eating monoatomic gold?
One more time.
Did the Egyptians have a cure for Alzheimer's by eating
Is it true that ancient Egyptians had a cure for Alzheimer's by eating monoatomic gold?
It's true, because gold is the best thing you can eat. It's so magical, it makes your stomach just glow.
And it glows, and all the diseases flow way out, far away, and then you have no diseases.
And then you fart rainbows, and diamonds, and gumdrops.
And when you fart these incredible gemstones, everyone's so happy because everything looks beautiful and magical.
And all of your pain and bad feelings are gone forever, and that's when your diseases go away too.
Because, yeah, then you can dance around with the unicorns and the flying horses, because you
But
just
what about My
fart
Little
rainbows.
Pony?
My Little Pony is the most fantastic person I've ever met because she's so beautiful and her tail smells like rainbows.
And she was also an Aztec and Mayan queen and leader of the medical trade.
Yeah, and she was so kind and sweet, but you met My Little Pony?
She is fantastic. I wish she would be with us today.
She is.
You would love her.
Very nice. And as if that wasn't enough, do we have another question for the three-headed oracle? Yes, sir.
What happened to beer these days?
Yeah. Good
Can you elaborate?
Well, it just doesn't seem the same anymore.
Why doesn't beer seem the same anymore?
Oh, well, beer isn't the same because everything sucks these days, for one thing. But beyond that, it's because of corporations. Just ask Amy Rubin. And lastly, beer sucks these days because
it makes you fart.
But when you fart, everything is kind of funny. So beer is actually awesome these days.
Right.
Everyone needs to remember that when you drink a lot of beer, you can fart fantastically.
And maybe if you drink a lot of the new beer that's out in the market these days, maybe at one point you can actually fart rainbows.
And so the thing is that you don't fart nearly as much anymore because the beer is not as strong and people are shy about the farting. But in the old days, people drank powerful beer and farted away, and they were much happier.
We wish that the old days would return, and perhaps these microbrewers out there can take a note from the three-headed oracle and infuse beer with better farts.
And make sure the beer is blessed by My Little Pony.
And make sure there's gold in it too.
Because gold is the answer, and we need to drink a lot of gold. So let all the microbreweries brew with gold, even though it's expensive.
It's just plain silly. It's too silly. Too silly.
I find it
When I fence off this skit now, it's silly.
I find it offensive. I'm going to put a dress on.
Now, as mentioned before, there is usually an open slot available in the Julesworks Follies. You should email srubinfilms@gmail.com. If you're interested, Alchemy is interested. God help her.
Is. Oh, God.
Would you like a microphone?
I believe I would.
And a stand, perhaps?
Okay. Yes.
No?
Stand, yes.
Yes? What kind of performance will this be?
What to do?
A standing
what to
still
do.
performance?
Actually, I know. I think we're going to do some audience participation.
And you will need a mobile microphone.
No, because I need my hands. So I need to stand.
Then you must speak loudly.
Can we have a stand?
Oh, I see. Yes,
Okay.
as you will, my
So
lady.
let's give the audience a chance to stand up, stretch your legs, please.
Stand up, stretch your legs.
Let's do a little teleportation experiment. Teleportation. We're going to, let's see. I'm going to use my nasal ukulele, and we're going to teleport to the islands of Hawaii. Okay, so let's do a little stretching. Because as you know, in Hawaii, they do the hula. Okay, so get your hips nice and stretched. Massage the buttocks. Okay. Does anybody know how to do the hukula? Does everybody know how to do the hukula?
Hukula?
The hukula? Okay, because I don't know how to do do it, so I was hoping maybe somebody knows. Okay, well, I just have to make it up as we go along. Okay, so everybody close your eyes, okay? Just imagine the warm sun and the big ocean waves. You feel the warm ocean breeze. Smell the pineapples and the coconut and the sunscreen. Okay, now, when you begin to hear the ukulele, we will begin the hukila, okay? I think it's kind of something like this. I don't really know, but we'll make it up as we go, okay? Can we open our eyes? Eventually you can open your eyes, okay? All right, let's close your eyes. We're going to begin. Ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, you too could be on stage performing the, what was it? The nose ukulele? The nasal ukulele. srubinfilms@gmail.com. That was awesome. Do you have an encore? What if we cheered really loudly?
Yeah, keep going.
All right, let me try. Let me see one more.
Cheer really loudly!
I came all the way here from Florida, South Florida, to be with you good folks here in the Southwest. So let's do a little bit like a little Southwestern, maybe some Ponderosa type. Okay, let's see.
Keep going!
Led Zeppelin.
Ring of Fire.
Free bird. Yeah, if you can back, we've got Robert Plant right here, if you can back him up.
I'll be like the Jimmy Page. Nasal sort.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
You got another thing?
Yes.
What song?
Request?
A Led Zeppelin request.
Let's see, what's that?
Black Dog.
Spider-Man theme song.
Hounds of Hell.
Not Stairway to Heaven.
Ramble on.
Somebody that has it.
So they didn't even write that.
Yeah. Okay, or.
All of My Love.
Okay, yes, yes.
Ramble On's good.
Wait, let's think how it goes for me. Okay.
Oh, oh, ow, ow. You don't have to go. All those tears I've cried. Oh, ooh, all those tears I've cried. Oh, baby, please don't go. When I read the letter you wrote. Star-Spangled Banner or something? By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we ran, and the twilight's last gleaming, cross stripes and bright stars through the cavernous night. But we walk, there's so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's jet blaze, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the and the
As though Jimi Hendrix played the nasal ukulele. Quite amazing. Thank you, Elkamy and Caitlin, for filling in. I do believe our next skit is ready. It'll be Jules, though you may not recognize him, in a very, 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 very old Lily Tomlin skit.
For years I've had a family problem I could not solve. Permanent stains in my family wash. I tried every brand of detergent on the market and nothing seemed to work. Then about a month ago, a man came to the door and asked me to try something new called Gur. He said to me, with Gur, your problems will be over. Naturally, I was skeptical. But I tried it anyway, and was I surprised? Everything came out perfect, even the tough stains. I was so excited I just had to come on the TV to tell you about it. With Gur, your problems will be over. You see, Gur contains a new additive called carnivore. It sneaks out and gobbles up stains like 1,000 tiny little piranha fish. To prove it, I have brought samples from my own family laundry. Ew! This diaper is disgusting. It's been worn for 6 days. And look at these grass stains on Billy's Star Wars chinos. These are really tough. And here are these lipstick stains on my husband's tie. Well, anyway, I'm only going to take half a cup of Gur. You only need a half a cup because it's concentrated, see, and you can actually feel it coming on for weeks and weeks now. He's been so indifferent. No matter how hard I tried to placate him, because it's concentrated, you save money because you use less and less time at home. All those nights, he said he was going bowling, and I believed him. I went along like some kind of fool. What the hell with you? Gur is not only strong, it is safe. For even the most delicate washable, like this sheer pink negligee. He gave me on our 8th anniversary. You never cared about me, and I never wanted to suffer on the table and more responsibility. Well, you want to know something? Billy, is it yours?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of our regular troupe members, whom I believe started as an open slot, correct?
Yes.
Ethan Parra, do you need a microphone?
I'll take one.
You'll take one. Stand. Give him a big hand.
It's called Marianne. It's by Regina Spektor. Miss Mary Ann kept her man in porcupine clothes and porcupine clothes, and on that day as scheduled they made porcupine love so swift and stuck and prickly. He came in and then back out quickly. But Lord, not any quicker than according to plan, like a soldier, 1 foot in front of the other. Miss Mary Ann had her man named Stan Butler. He had no antlers, he had no center, he had no enter, and he had no exit. His hair was short and prickly. He came in and back out quickly. The Lord, not any quicker than according to plan, like a soldier, 1 foot in front of the other. And how he loved her apple pies, how he loved her meatloaf, how he loved her chicken breast, how he loved her pudding. Served promptly at 8 o'clock, served promptly at 7, served promptly at 10 o'clock, and promptly at 11. Heaven. Miss Mary Ann kept her cans in alphabetical order. Miss Mary Ann began to have some thoughts of murder. Miss Mary Ann began to think real hard about her future. Miss Mary Ann preferred her meat to be freshly butchered. Oh, she killed them rather quickly. Man, that one was truly sickly. But Lord, not any sicker than according to plan, like a soldier, 1 foot in front of the other. And how he loved her apple pies, how he loved her meatloaf, how he loved her chicken breast, how he loved her pudding. Served promptly at 8 o'clock, served promptly at 7, served promptly at 10 o'clock, and promptly at 11. Heaven. Miss Mary Ann kept her man in porcupine clothes, and on that day as scheduled they made porcupine love. Porcupine love. Oh.
Ethan, got it. Very nice. Thank you. Are we ready for this, or should I stall?
Ready?
Oh my God.
Jules, bring the dishes.
We're ready. Okay. This is an ongoing serial of sorts concocted by our fearless leader known as Chatting with God. Chapter 29. Hey, wait a minute, there's no Joe West.
He is.
I'm Joe West.
We're all Joe West.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Roscoe. You're Joe West. So why did you gather us all here? Hello?
Who are you talking to?
I do believe that's you.
I think so. Good people. Don't know why it would bother.
Well, who says I'm the one who gathered everyone?
You aren't.
See?
Do you always believe in every voice you hear?
I do.
Okay, you don't need to crucify me about it.
Actually, I do. Can I ask you a question? Maybe?
Yeah, you just did.
Don't call me baby.
I didn't. Well, don't call me baby either. Sorry.
Yes, baby.
What was the question?
Who's
What?
Pickle.
Your mom?
Madness.
Yep.
Let's focus, people.
Let's not.
People.
Okay, let's not. Good job.
Doctors see naked bodies every day.
They don't see them having sex.
Where did that come from?
Somewhere else.
I wish people would believe me when I tell them that I have brain damage, or at least as far as memory goes, and keeping things organized and making sense, remembering to reply, return calls, that sort of thing.
Well, I think we make jokes about it all the time, actually.
Oh, well, sometimes it seems like they don't believe me.
It's a great skill not to recognize an insult laid upon you.
I'll lay something upon you.
That would be a terrible insult.
Love just permeates the air.
Aww.
Y'all are making my ADD flare up.
Here, take this meth.
Drugs won't fix your problems.
But they do sometimes help.
Just don't tell the childrens.
Oh, the kids are all right.
Okay, it's random quote time. If I like myself more, you would like me less.
Who said that?
Otis Career the First.
Isn't that you?
Shh.
Hey, who is this new gal anyway? We haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mrs. Professor. Actually, pardon me. Let's take that back. I am Madam Professor Elisha Jackson, Macavlith, Siberia Johnson Brennan, Terwilliger, Iowasaqua, Fester does Munahim, the fourth, aka Pussy.
Or just Madam Professor Pussy, or just Madam Professor.
And you might be?
Coleman Wilson, aka Sheriff Jackson Johnson Periwinkle.
Fuck!
What?
A sheriff?
Oh, we ain't no real sheriff.
He cool.
Okay, enough BS. Let's play the new idiom game wherein we start new phrasings.
Such as?
A hand in the shotgun barrel is worth more than a penny in the rectum.
Okay. Well, a fool and his booty are easily parted.
Just like kumquats from the nunnery.
Do what now? Don't mind him. He wakes up on his head every day of his life.
Idle toes are the soother's tools.
Calm down.
Like a chicken with its tongue carved out.
Okay, enough of that. You guys suck. Work on that for next time or something. Homework. And speaking of next time...
I'm guilty!
Of what?
Feeling guilt.
And then that one time I got what I wanted.
Oh, I remember that.
I got mad.
Yeah, you got all mad.
Calm down.
He did?
Good, you should know.
Okay, thanks.
You are a meaningless tart.
Don't you mean twat?
I cannot emphasize this too strongly.
Yes, you just did.
Okay, fine.
Are you okay?
Who? You?
Do you usually ask so many questions?
Do you?
I'm a daughter of the military. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Wait, your parents were in the military? Exactly.
Good, we got that agreed upon.
Which is nice.
Except that I'm not really the...
Then why did you say it?
In case it would be funny.
It wasn't.
You guys are full of horse shit, and I thought I should be too, so...
Okay, thank you very much. And with that, you all get the crap out of here. Yes, you all on stage, not the audience. Y'all are great. Stay where you are, but these fools should go.
Hey, you never even introduced us.
Oh, right. Well, thanks for joining our gang of heroic non-heroes in extra full force tonight in the serialized unadventures called Chatting with God. Called this time A Bit of Full Force.
Jules.
Now, piss off, you lot. And the rest of you, please stay braced for something good. Finally. The end.
We should remind you that none of us ever get to see that script before it performs. So.
We're supposed to have the caveat prior to the set.
Yes, I know I should have done that. And now it is time for the open slot. If anyone has anything they would like to perform, which is 2 minutes or less, and is brave enough to get up on this stage, now is the time to raise your hand. The open slot has led to many illustrious performers on the Julesworks stage. Don't you want it to be you? In that case, I will tell a very long joke while Jules gets the raffle tickets. Okay, maybe I won't.
Oh, do tell.
I got Trent's thing.
She put the rest back. Let me go.
What?
So I guess you are telling the joke.
Am I telling a long joke?
Yes. Really, I just wanted to hear his joke.
All right.
Next.
One time when I was just a little child back in the South, long time ago, I was 28 years old, still living with my parents, and they said, son, why don't you get out there and find yourself a lady, a nice lady, you can get married, have kids, and get the hell out the house. So I thought, all right, there's something to that, and I went down to the local bar, and I found myself a sweet young thing. She was so pretty and she was so nice, and we talked on, and her name was Maybelle Johnson. And I took Maybelle Johnson home to meet Mama and Daddy. I was so proud of myself. I was going to get out of their house and start my adult life as a real man. I said, Mama and Daddy, this is Maybelle Johnson. I'm going to marry her. My daddy grabbed me by the arm and pulled me into the other room. He said, son, you can't marry that girl. I said, why not, Daddy? She's pretty, she's smart. We talk on and on about great many things. And he says, son, you cannot marry Maybelle Johnson. She's your sister. Only your mama don't know it. So I was terrible troubled about that, and I thought, well, all right, sure enough, I'm going to have to find me another girl. And I was at church the following Sunday, and I thought, well, what about her? Whew. I thought, well, Mildred, you know, I never thought about Mildred much that way before, but I thought, well, you know, I should maybe take Mildred out to the barn dance, and we could have ourselves a good old time, and maybe something would transpire, and something did transpire out behind the barn, you know what I'm saying? So I took Mildred home the next night to meet my mama and daddy, and I said, Mama and Daddy, I want you to meet Mildred. Y'all know her from church, and I'm going to marry Mildred, and we're going to be happy, and I'm going to get out your house. And my daddy pulled me aside again into the other room, and my daddy said, son, you cannot marry Mildred. She is also your sister, only also your mama don't know it. And now a terrible funk come over me because I wanted to do what my parents said. I wanted to honor my mother and my father, just like the good book says, and I wanted to get out their house. But they didn't like Maybelle, and they did not like Mildred because they was my sister, only my mama did not know it. So I was moping around the house, something fierce, and my mama started to notice. She said, what the hell's wrong with you? Why aren't you out of my house? I thought you was going to get married and get out. You're 28 years old. And Lord, was I troubled, but I had to finally come clean. I said, Mama, I could not marry either of those two women because Daddy told me they was my sisters, only you did not know it. Oh, Lance sakes, child. My mama did carry on with the laughing for some time, and she said, oh, son, he ain't your daddy. Only he don't know it.
And now the raffle.
What?
Did anyone else not get a raffle ticket when you That's it?
Do we have Jamie Chase's prizes? Because if we don't, I'm going to get them now.
Thank you.
Any more?
That's it.
That was a long joke, dude.
I couldn't interrupt it.
He said stall for time, I stalled for time. Okay. What are we giving away first?
Jamie.
You know, some of these I might not have, and that's why I'm looking through them. So very careful. I have here a collection of comics from the horror anthology mix by Jamie Chase. Give him a big hand. The last three numbers on your ticket will be 680. It's you? All right, very good. Let me check. All right, she didn't cheat. You want to have him sign them? You should. And now, Jules, what's this?
Oh, that's a book from a friend of Trent's.
Okay. Anything else to say about it? A book from a friend of Trent's. Relative Karma by Martin Reeves. Kindly donated to the cause. From afar.
He doesn't live here.
Where is he from?
I'm dyslexic, 680.
Don't know. Does Trent know?
Does Trent know? Trent's in the booth.
Trent does know. Trent's right here.
It's a secret.
The last three numbers of the winning ticket are 667, the neighbor of the beast. Hey!
Oh, he looks like he wants a book
Oh
called
my God. Here you go. Enjoy.
If you want to thank him, he's on my Facebook.
I'm going to give away one more set of Jamie Chase books, or are we supposed to save these for next time?
Give him away.
Give them away.
Look at this great crowd. They're all still here.
Last three numbers, 658. 658. Hello. Where have you been all my life? And finally, a collection of short stories, which are quite good, most of them, by Trent Zelazny, The Day the Leash Gave Way. Last three numbers, 679. Oh, hey, you can't have this. You're a member of the troupe. All right, make sure to get him to sign it later. Thanks everybody for coming. We do it at the end of every month at the Jean Cocteau Theater for the foreseeable future, and we do appreciate the fact that they let us do it. We have one last skit. Is that right? Because Joe West is not here. Joe West Joe West is a no-show. Damn you, Joe West.
Is he world famous?
All right. They've been working on this skit for some time, and I expect it will be quite smashing.
Don't tell him that.
Are you worried I built it up too much? Do you want a microphone? Anybody? No. New? All right. Life's too short. Give him a big hand.
One of the great things about being in this business is the people you get to meet, and through them, you get to meet other influential people. If either of you or both could come along, it could really help me out.
Yeah, no.
I just can't. So.
Yeah, we're really busy.
You'd really enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't work. Okay? So, you've got to go, actually. You really got to go work. Thank you.
Bzz. Oh, hello.
It's Liam Neeson.
Come in.
I worked with him.
There he is. That's Warwick.
You're actually leaving, aren't you, Warwick? Yeah. Okay.
You remember me? We worked together. The Phantom Menace?
Well, thank you for seeing me.
Okay, so, hello.
I'm here because I'm thinking of doing some comedy.
Like a comedy movie.
No.
Okay.
Stage, stand-up comedy, life comedy of some kind.
Oh.
I'm a funny guy, aren't I? I mean, I'm funny. What?
Sure, definitely. You're so funny.
Okay, well, here's some of the stuff I'd like to work on. Improv, stand-up comedy, funny monologues, crazy characters, sketches, slapstick, anecdotes, parody, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I see you're looking at my list. I make lists all the time. In fact, I think that's why Steven Spielberg cast me as Oscar Schindler in Schindler's List. And I said, Steven, I make lists all the time. What? What's so funny?
But we thought that, you were making a joke because of the lists that you...
No, I'm an actor and I need stuff to draw on, and I drew upon that.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, well, let's do some improvisational comedy.
You know what? I just can't now.
Let's do some improvisational comedy now.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, Steven, give us a scenario.
Okay, you're a hypochondriac and Ricky's a doctor.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yes, okay. Knock, knock.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh, no, it's not you again.
I've never been here before.
Okay. See, I thought that since you were actually a hypochondriac that you had been to the doctor before.
Don't presume, mate. That's a backstory we hadn't agreed upon.
Okay, but that is improv. You just kind of go with the flow.
I don't take notes. Now, can we do it again since you just screwed it all up?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Knock, knock.
Okay, so, what seems to be the problem?
I've contracted AIDS
How'd you get that?
from an African prostitute.
Oh,
Yes, I'm riddled with it.
okay.
The prostitute is from a war-torn nation. It's ravaged by starvation, and so selling her body was the only financial recourse she had left.
Can I just interject something here? I just feel as though this is getting quite heavy, this sketch, and just for the sake of comedy, you maybe might not want to have contracted AIDS from an African prostitute.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, okay. Knock, knock.
Okay, come in. What seems to be the problem?
As I've said before, I've got full-blown AIDS.
Oh, wow. Don't you? Okay.
Would you like to know where I got it?
Sure. Okay.
It was from a well-known actor.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It was...
I wouldn't say his name just because licensing.
Okay. Well, I got it from an unspecified homosexual actor.
And does he know he has AIDS?
Who, Tom?
Again, I wouldn't say the name. And again, I'd just say that maybe it's just getting quite heavy, and AIDS is kind of just a really heavy subject for comedy.
Okay, well, I could have testicular cancer.
Yeah, but cancer and AIDS and famine, just not really subjects for comedy as such.
Well, how does Ricky get away with it then?
Honestly, we don't know.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't have a doctor in the sketch if I can't talk about AIDS. Warwick, any better suggestions?
Well, you're a greengrocer, and he comes in to complain.
I've been Rob Roy McGregor, Oscar Schindler, Michael Collins, Zeus, for God's sake. Nobody's going to believe me as a greengrocer.
Well, we could change your accent. Lots of actors do that.
Well, how does he get away with it?
Again, we don't know.
Okay, so let's just use your own accent and get on with it, okay? All right? Okay, so let's go. A greengrocer. All right. Dring!
We're closed.
Okay. So I think the shop has to be open in order to, have a sketch.
Oh, okay.
Dring!
Yes?
I'd like to make a complaint. So, I bought these fruits here yesterday and I took them home and they were rotten.
No, it's not my fault.
But it is your shop.
No, I wasn't here.
It doesn't matter.
I was at the doctor. I've got AIDS.
Yeah, I thought you may have. Sure. Well, you know what, Liam? It's going to be brilliant. You're just going to rock it.
Okay, really good.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Julesworks Follies. We hope we'll see you next month.